Good morning from the 2019 UK theme park season, which is starting here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach today, which is very exciting.
It's not that cold either. It's a little bit cold.
We're doing a lot better than an opening day last year when we stood in the freezing rain waiting for the big one.
Yeah.
First ride of the day. We're in the park now. We're on the Pleasure Beach Experience event, but due to some unfortunate circumstances with the park, the first rides on the big one aren't happening this year, so we'll have to queue up for the big one like normal people later on. We've got an hour or so, I think, and then we've got a little merchandise presentation, which I'm not sure we'll be able to film, so you guys might or might not see some of that.
We couldn't film it last year, so we probably won't be able to film it again.
But anyway, the first ride of the day is in a kind of semi-tradition for us, is the Nickelodeon Streak, because it does get quite a queue later, because it only runs one train and you don't get many people on it. Let's go on the streak. The first.
Also Craig and Rich.
Yeah, of course we've got Rich and Craig with us as well. That's the big one testing. Oh, giving it a quick stop at the top. Let's see how long Rich will wait for the big one to catch it. I think they generally test the emergency stop, so Rich might be waiting for a while. We've got to change the plan because the streak isn't open until 11. So we're going to go on Avalanche as the first coaster of the year. Quite an eventful morning so far, so we ended up not going on the streak, we went on Avalanche instead, and then we went on Steeplechase, the first time, obviously the first time this year, but the first time in a little while. And then we were going to go on Skyforce, but unfortunately Skyforce has broken down, which is Rich's fault, even though he wasn't going on it. It's Rich's fault.
I wasn't even on it this time.
Now, as you can tell by the steps, we're going up to Revolution. We're going to go upside down for the first time this year. It's the big one, which hasn't quite opened yet. They're still testing it, and it's stopped on the lift hill at the moment. There's the PBE guys who are right at the front of the queue. Say spot the PBE lot.
I'm going to do that one day and drop the camera and try.
Been enjoying your first few rides of the year?
Oh, been on one.
Been on two.
What?
On Avalanche and Steeplechase.
Oh yeah.
And we were going to go on Skyforce, but it broke. And Rich broke it.
Yeah.
The big one testing has resumed. A round of applause from the queue down there. Hopefully they'll get on it soon. They have been stood there for quite a while. What we got here is Rich, and because Rich was near Revolution, that broke as well.
I just can't believe it. Got at the front as well.
Just about to get on. Ah, sorry lads. Gone. Never mind. We're going to try Red Arrows again. We still haven't been on Skyforce. It broke again. Rich.
I'm knowing it. Look, I didn't want to go on that ride twice.
So far we've queued up for 5 rides and been on 2. And now it's time for our presentation from the marketing team to see what new merch we've got this year. We'll see. Well, I'm not sure we'll be able to film in there, so you might see that in a minute, or you might not see that. I just elbowed Stevie, I think, as well.
Yeah,
pulling a face at me. This is Stevie's unhappy face. Interesting talk from the PR and marketing team at Pleasure Beach. They didn't specifically say not to film, but there was no one else really filming, so I thought we'd probably better not film in there.
I think like the general thing is don't film in there.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of really cool merchandise for this year, so definitely come to Pleasure Beach and check it out. And now it's time to go on the big one, because it was shut for the first couple of hours.
Yeah.
But we need to get the first ride of the year on the big one in. enjoying the big one queue, Stevie?
It's a long queue.
It is a long queue. We've been in it 22 minutes so far.
Worth it though.
Yeah, it'd be worth it when we get on it.
Yeah.
It's worth it for hearing Rich scream on his way up the lift hill. We had fun on the big one, eventually, after a 2-hour queue, which is pretty unprecedented on an opening weekend in terms of the... Yeah, there's a lot of breakdowns today, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame, and it's kind of added to by the fact that it is fairly busy as well. It's way more busy than it was on opening weekend last year.
It's good for the park though, it's good to see.
Oh yeah, it's great to see the park busy and everything. We got lucky with Wallace and Gromit. It was worth, we waited around for a few minutes, didn't we? And then they opened it up and we were the first people back on.
3 grown adults like shimmying towards the end.
Yeah.
Children.
It was worth it though. Now everything else has got a massive queue. So we're just going to sit down and have a drink for a bit because we've had enough of standing in big queues for now. This is Stevie's happy crisps face here in Loki's bar. Stevie's enjoying some crisps and a cup of tea. Warming up again.
Tea, not so much. It just tastes like hot water.
That's because you're eating crisps with it. Me and Rich have got a beer. Well, Rich has got cider specifically.
It's lovely.
Enjoying that.
The sun, as you can see behind me.
Yes.
Typical summer's day
Yes, with the shorts on.
which I'm not regretting at all. Considering I've got a t-shirt, a hoodie and a waistcoat on. I think it was the fact that I had to queue for 2 hours for the big one.
It was quite chilly in the big one queue.
Yeah.
My legs felt a little bit cold.
It was actually quite warm until we got into that.
But we're getting alcohol warm now.
Let's get an alcohol jacket.
I've got a Ringwood IPA down here. That's looking alright. It's quite tasty that. It's going down too well almost.
I think I might have one next.
Just debating what to do next because everything's either closed
About 7 in.
or it's got a massive queue. So we might just sit in here for a bit.
You know when you're in the middle of February and you've got an hour queue for Valhalla, it's not going to go well.
Yeah, even Valhalla, like the queue, the zigzag queue outside the front is almost full, which is unheard of in February. We have of course got our ERT on Icon at the end of the day. Icon's had a few technical difficulties today, but hopefully we'll be still on for our ERT later. So we've been in Loki's bar for a couple of hours. We had a few beers. Stevie had a cider. Me and Rich have had 3 pints.
Well, look cross-eyed there.
It's been an eventful day so far. We're not doing
that
so much.
successful.
We've been on 4 rides today.
I decided though.
Unfortunately, it's not been so good, but we're doing all right.
It's getting a bit chilly.
We've had a good day either way. It's a shame we've not done so well on the rides, but we're unsure what's going on with the ERT. The plan is that we're going to go on Revolution and Steeplechase for ERT, but Scott's trying to talk to the Pleasure Beach staff and see if we can get on the big one instead, because that would be much preferable for everyone.
So we have both like Icon and the big one cancelled for ERT, so hopefully.
Yeah, because unfortunately, unfortunately, Icon is broken for the foreseeable future, for today at least. Maybe they'll fix it tomorrow. Because we're debating coming back tomorrow. Maybe Icon will be fixed then. We'll see. What do you think, Rich? Do you think Icon's going to be fixed tomorrow?
Well, maybe. Only because it's their staple coaster now, and that's what they seem to be focusing on. So to not have that open tomorrow on the opening weekend would be a bit of a disaster, I think.
Yeah.
It probably won't be open first thing, but I think it will be open at some point in the day. So I think we should come back tomorrow, come back on the basis that Icon won't be open, and if it is, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
That's the positive there than the negative. This might be the cider talking, I don't know.
Definitely the side of talking.
Definitely, I think so. As our main thing, like me and Stevie were saying before, is we're going to get on the wooden coasters. We're not going to any of Pleasure Beach's woodies today.
We nearly went on the street, but the queue was ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
way more than we've ever queued for it before. So we skipped it. Woo!
Big one's still going around. There's still about an hour and a half queue for the big one at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is why we're unsure whether we're going to get an ERT on it, because we'll be waiting around until they've got rid of the queue first. So it looks like we're getting sore bums on Steeplechase.
I'm cold.
Yeah, I'm cold as well. I've still got my shorts on. I'm freezing.
I'm not going on Steeplechase.
So our ERT is going to be on Revolution, which we haven't been on yet today, to be fair. And it's an enjoyable coaster, and it's celebrating its 40th anniversary this year, as is someone else.
Thanks for that.
Concentrating.
Are you concentrating?
You need to win. I really need to win.
Hello again.
Day 2.
It's the second day now. I think you last saw us just before we went on Revolution for ERT. We were on that for 3 times.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as good as Icon ERT, but with Icon being broken down, I think 3 goes on Revolution was a good compromise at the end of the day.
Well, we tried to get on it once in the day and it broke down.
Yeah,
like,
so
as we got to the train.
It was good to get on it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But we're back on the park again today. We're on day 2 of the Pleasure Beach Experience event, and we're starting off with an hour's ERT on the Big Dipper. It should be pretty good. We'll have a few goes.
One we didn't do yesterday.
Yeah, we didn't do the Big Dipper yesterday. We didn't do any of the woodies yesterday. That's an objective for today, is doing at least this and the streak.
Especially because they're my favourite.
Yeah.
The woody one.
The woody ones.
The woody one.
But Grand National as well. From what I saw, Grand National was shut more or less all day yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go. We're having the empty park walk-through experience. There's Rich again and Craig. Yeah, it's just us in the park, just our group at the moment. It's nice seeing the park empty, especially after how busy it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Have a few laps on the Dipper. So we've been on Big Dipper twice. That was fun. And we've seen Icon testing with the staff on it. So we're going to try it, aren't we, Stevie?
Yeah.
Because we didn't go on Icon all day yesterday, so hopefully we'll have better luck today.
It's nice, like we've already got 2 rides in, which is half of the rides.
Yeah. We had a better start. Yeah, we had a better start than yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's the main thing, like, I want to get on next streak in a bit. Hopefully this queue will shift.
Not that bad.
Yeah, cause it's only to the gate up there, because the gate's not open yet, so it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. And the gates are open for Icon. We're going in.
We're actually going to get on it.
Yeah, well, we might get on it. As long as it doesn't start rolling back again. Are you excited for your first ride on Icon this year?
Hopefully it's a bit fast. I'm saying I hope it's fast, but it doesn't look fast.
No, normally you prefer to do it later in the day when it's warmed up a bit, but
I want to get on it before it breaks again.
after how temperamental it was yesterday.
If I'm ill, I'm ill.
Got the mist on for us. Big 1 queue now. We got an Icon, we did it.
Yeah, and then it broke down?
Apparently it's broken again now. It's less good for people who've not been in it yet. Yeah, thankfully, I'm glad we got on it after we didn't get on it all day yesterday. And we missed the ERT last night. I'm glad we got on it. Big one. We're in a shorter queue for the big one today, although now that Icon's shut again, the queue for this is massive.
Yeah, we're like before that.
Yeah, which we timed it quite well today, after yesterday's 4 times. We're doing this. See if we can spot Craig on this train. Apparently it's been broken down for ages.
It's been a long time.
You make it, Craig. That big one queue was longer than we expected. We were in there for quite a while, but it was nice. I mean, we were right near the back, which I enjoy, and Rich does not enjoy. This is Rich's.
It wasn't nice.
Yeah, that's Rich's thoughts on the being on the big one near the back, which I think is fantastic. And Stevie is also in agreement with Rich, I think.
Yeah. Team Rich.
I'm rattled.
I'm doing stirs and vlogging again. It's not a good idea, this, is it? We've stopped for coffee now and donuts, Krispy Kremes.
Valentine's Christmas.
Yeah, Valentine's heart-shaped ones. Mine's not a heart-shaped one though. I love Stevie enough anyway.
Oh,
Bleh. Bleh. It's like that kid on Revolution yesterday.
Look out below.
excuse me.
Better go on the streak. And now we're watching icon testing and not being very successful at getting over the first top hat. Lots of rollbacks. So we don't think that icon will be opening again today. Although
It's a bit goosed.
it's a bit goosed is the official technical term.
Bit broke.
Is the people being more optimistic than us who are forming a pre-queue outside the closed gates?
Apparently it's closed for like the rest of the day.
That's the official line from the staff. Maybe like if they can get it going, fair play to him, but it doesn't look like it at the moment, does it? Yeah. No. No, he's done it.
Oh.
You did it.
Woo!
You did it, icon.
Made it.
There you go. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we'll be proved wrong, and icon will reopen.
Got it by now. Oh, see how slow it went there then.
Yeah, that was slow.
Crikey.
It stopped on the second launch, and they've just launched it from a standing start on the second launch. It's really crawling through that roll, isn't it? We totally forgot to do any kind of further filming after that little bit of icon footage that you just saw at the end there. That was basically, as soon as we stopped filming that bit, we had to walk around to the other side of icon, and then we got a thumbs up from the ride op that it was actually going to open. And luckily we had a speedy pass in our pockets, and we ran down the speedy pass entrance and got straight on the first train of icon when it reopened. So we got really lucky with that, because I believe it closed again not so long afterwards. So it was really unfortunate for all the people who got kicked out of the queue, which it's a big shame. It's there's a lot of people who really wanted to ride icon and didn't get to at the weekend, but thankfully for our own selfish point of view, we did manage to get on it a couple of times on Sunday, which is good. Would have liked to have ridden it a lot more, but it wasn't really the way of things that happened this weekend. Anyway, just a little closing video. By the way, this is the first time that Stevie's ever edited a video. She's just been editing it, and then we've realised that we don't have a closing video, which is what this bit is for right now. So let us know what you think of Stevie's editing. I think it's really good from what she's shown me, but let us know down in the comments and give Stevie a pat on the back for her good work in doing the edit on this video. Anyway, we'll leave it there for today. It was great to get back to the park. Hopefully the operations will improve and it was just some early season teething problems. Fingers crossed. Not sure when we'll be back at Pleasure Beach. I may nip up there for a couple of hours this weekend at some point while I've got my season pass, just to film a bit of stuff and see how the park's performing on the second weekend of the season. We'll see. And of course, if I do go, then I'll be sure to film something and Stevie can edit a nice video together for you, because that's going to be Stevie's little side project now, is doing all the editing for the channel. Anyway, I think I've already said this already, but we'll leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow our adventures, and we will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.